As part of this SQL injection, we have seen various kinds of injection techniques with which we can get the details about the database and database tables. So let we'll use the webgoat and we'll see the experience how this particular SQL injection will be conducted. Please remember, SQL injection can be conducted if there exists any development flaws in the web applications. Development flaw is nothing but when writing the programs or when writing the code, if they might have not used the tags properly or the quotations properly, or if they might have used a weak string for processing and getting the results. These kind of things we can with which we can get the information of about the database by simply by based upon the trial and error basis. So here is the webgoat SQL injection exercise. So injection flaws in which we have SQL injection advanced and SQL injection simple and SQL injection mitigation. Now let us go for SQL injection, simple SQL injection. So here some documentation has been given. That is the concept. This lesson describes what is a structured query language and how it can be manipulated to perform tasks that were not original intended to the developers of the developers. So the goal is to deals with the SQL queries and demonstrating the use of this string-based SQL injection and a numeric-based SQL injection. And here is the documentation will go like this. The SQL different categories like data manipulation language, okay, data definition language, transaction control language, data control language. Transaction control language is commit and rollback, while coming to the data control language is grant and revoke. Data manipulation language, which is especially used to manipulate the data in the tables, like select, insert, update, delete. So the description has been given. You can go through this description and what will happen after successful SQL injection is exploited. That already we have seen. That is identity theft, data manipulations, all these things that we have seen. So, there is no need of further discussion in this. Just I'm passing through this documentation here, and wherever this red symbol is there, 7 and 8, this kind of symbol is there. Their exercises are there. So you are supposed to do this exercise 7. So here, try string SQL injection. String SQL injection means here usernames will be there. Usernames are like strings. Okay, the query in the code builds a dynamic query as seen in the previous example. So whenever you write any code, either maybe in the PHP or maybe in any front end, whenever you connect with the database, so the query will be like this: query.execute or something like that. Select star from user where last name is equal to some quotation is there here, and plus username plus, that means string concatenation, and double quote, single quote, and double quote. This type of things is there. But this username is there. This username you will get from the text box or the input field. So this entire query will be in the logic, but only this value you will get from the input field. So why don't we add some more thing along with this so that more information can be leaked out. So for example, the same query, if I have selected the same query, and that will go for observing of this query. So the query has been written like this: select star from users where last name is equal to a single quote username and plus username. So we'll see some manipulation here. So semicolon is compulsory, and with the double quotes started and double quotes ended. Double quote started and double quote ended. When last name is equal to, for example, if I say Raghu, so Raghu means it must be enclosed in single quotes. So single quote started and single quote ended. But in this query, original query, already single quote is there. So that is the reason we don't require single quote. and username will be added here, whatever the username you give, and already single quote is at the end. Already single quote is at the end. So already we have the single quote at the beginning and single quote at the end. Now, if I want to add a query like this, like for example, queries that we have seen previously, here select star from user where name is equal to Ramu and user ID is null and single quote. That means in between we can write something over here so that we can mislead or we can get some information from the database. So with this intention, we'll manipulate like this. Already single quote is there and Raghu is there. So we'll place a single quote here, and we'll use some tautology based thing. Tautology means always whether the last name Raghu exists or don't exist. Still this particular query has to execute. So or what I will do is I will place 1 is equal to 1. Okay, if I place semicolon, already semicolon sorry, not semicolon. Already this single quote is there. Already single quote is there here. So what I will do is I will remove the single. So that means this string I have to enter this Raghu single quote or 1 is equal to 1. 1 is within single quotes and a single quote start and 1. This should be entered into the string in the text box so that we may get some information. That is, with this idea, we'll go to here. So we don't know what is happening here. So what I will do is I will say Raghu. So here, sorry, some problem is there, like that he told. That means already single quote is there. So that is the reason we cannot add single quote in this. So as we have guessed here, Raghu, single quote or a tautology based. Okay. So we'll copy this and we'll place here. So Raghu single quote or 1 is equal to the single quote 1. Get account information. Yeah, we got something here. You look at, because the string about is successfully working, and internally whenever the SQL query process it will process as a complex condition, that is checking of last name is equal to Raghu or 1 is equal to. This is the way it will check inside. So that is the reason you look at we got so much information. 101 Joy Snow, some that is user ID, first name, last name, CC number, CC type, cookie, login account. So these details we got here. That means whatever the details was there in the table which is related to the users table. So that information we got here. Can we manipulate some more in this? We can also manipulate many things like if you know the table or if you can guess any table information, then we may also write or you can write a nested query in this. Select star from that particular table where you know the table name and all, and is the same string may be entered there, so that the sensitive information may be leaked out. But if you place a select like this, select star from customers like that, if you might have placed a string instead of 1 is equal to 1 here, so obviously that will be executed. But wherever you place, as per the countermeasures, the input string must be having a certain limit. If it is crosses the limit, then it should give a warning. So username, you know that username is not more than 10 characters or 15 characters. So only 15 characters will be allowed, so that this kind of things will be avoided. So a lengthy string or nested strings that can be included, that can be avoided. So this is the way we have verified this particular SQL injection in the first stage. This is the trying of the SQL injection. While coming to the next exercise, a numeric SQL injection. previously we have entered a string. Now we are supposed to enter the numeric value. Here numeric value is nothing but here the value, that is select star from users where user ID is equal to double quotes and plus user ID. So here it is just like select star from students where roll number is equal to. So here the roll number should be entered. It is a number. Here user ID, you can place any user ID like 101 or something. Yeah, you got sorry, solution is not correct. Please try again. Anyhow, 101. Whenever you place 101, you got this information. But I want to get most of the information. So let will see. Let me observe this particular query. So here this is the query. Select star from users where user ID is equal to plus user ID. So now can I add some more thing like this or 1 is equal to 1? So will it work? Obviously this is a addition. Okay, user ID plus user ID or 1 is equal to 1. This entire thing is added where user ID is the value. So value, that is user ID is equal to some value or 1 is equal to 1. This we can place here. So that means whenever you place this particular value here, user ID or 1 is equal to 1. So now user ID is, say for example 101, because already we have seen previously that 101 is the user ID available. So get information, look at so much information we got. So 101 Joyce, no, and this information. So previously whatever the information we got, the same information we got here. And does it only this particular way of writing will work? Always we can't say that this is the only way of writing. We can make any way the string should be can be true. That means true is nothing but a string can be that is the condition must be satisfied. So that will click on this fuel injection and so now previously what we did is 101 we have placed 101 or this one. So why can't I say a boolean value can be placed or not? So I will place a true, TRUE. Okay. So this should also work because 1 is equal to 1 is true. In the same way, this should also be true. Or we can also make A is equal to A. So anything must be true. So user ID or true should also get some value. Okay. So we all know that 101 is the username is there. So 101 or true. Get account information. Okay, we got the same. Okay. So in the same way, in the string case also, whenever we say the string is Raghu or true, here TRUE. So the get account information, it's not working because the closing bracket, sorry, the single quotes which is closed here is present. The reason true will not work directly. So with this you can come to know that according to the string pattern, okay, according to the pattern that the user will write inside the logic, we are supposed to supply the string. Now the string was successful. Okay, so this is the way we are supposed to practice this SQL injection. This is completely on trial and error basis. We don't know what is the mechanism you have used, what is the mechanism the developer has used, and if you know the front end technology that they have used, either it will be JSP or PHP or JavaScript or whatever it may be, whatever the front end technology they have used, then you can easily come to know that whether the single quote to be used or double quote to be used, this kind of things. So based on that guessing, we can supply these strings on trial and error basis. Now this is a simple SQL injection that we have experienced. Now let us move on to the SQL injection in advanced mode. In advanced mode, complex strings will be used for performing this SQL injection attacks. So here, in advanced SQL injection, combining the SQL injection techniques like blind SQL injection and error-based SQL injection that we have seen in the lectures. So now blind SQL injection. So let us go for this the documentation. Here the special characters like a hyphen hyphen, multi-line comment, hash, and these are the characters and special statements that were there. And let us go to this one. Try it pulling data from other tables. Here, let's try exploit a join to another table. One of the table in the WebGoat database is create table user. See, this is the user underscore system underscore data. User ID, this is integer, not null and primary. And this is the primary key. And username is there and password is there. Cookie value, cookies are there. Cookie information is there. Execute a query to union or join these tables. Okay. When you have figured it out, what is the Dave's password? That means there is a person called Dave is there. That means there is a user instead of Raghu. There is a user called Dave is there. So that means in this database we can come to know that user Dave is present in the database. So in which database you don't know, but the user you know. Okay. So that what is the database that may be written within the logic, but you know that Dave is there. So Dave is there. Okay. So you know that Dave is there. Now what you are supposed to do is you are supposed to add a joining statement. Okay, a joining statement must be added so that it should reveal the information related to the user system data. So user system data is a table that we are aware of, and we know that there is a user called Dave. If the string has been written like this, like for example here name get account information Dave. So how it can be formulated in general, select star from users or select star from accounts where username is equal to Dave. Okay, once it was written like this, then we can add some more string to that. So here name is equal to Dave. Then what we can add to this? We can add like this. We know this user underscore system data. We know to get information about the user system data, select star from user underscore system underscore data. This string we can use it. Okay, this string we can use. Then whenever I say hyphen hyphen, then it will be a comment. Now we know the user Dave. So Dave semicolon. But whenever I say Dave semicolon, will it work directly like this? No. Okay, the username is Dave. Okay, fine. Okay, then what we'll do is that we'll copy this. And no results. So that means let will place a semicolon like this. Sorry, single quote. So let's copy this. Yeah, that means we are supposed to place a single quote so that username will be ended here and semicolon and next string has been placed here. So this next string is a statement. Select star from user underscore system underscore data. It's a kind of comment which will ignore this particular thing while during processing. But since it is a valid statement after semicolon, it will be executed by the database. So once it was executed, what happened here? We got the information like user ID, username, password, and cookie. So 105 is the user ID, Dave is the username. Okay, Dave is the username and password. Password is the password for the Dave. So PASS capital W 0 R small r and capital D. So let us copy this and we'll place in this whether this particular password is correct or not. Check this, check password. Congratulations, you have successfully completed the assignment. So this is the beautiful example where the lengthy string or lengthy query with the help of this escape sequence can be added so that it has revealed the sensitive information related to this table. Usually you will come to know how this particular table is available and all. For this you are supposed to perform the scanning of the database with the help of some vulnerability scanning tools that we have presented in the lecture, such as SQL map or white widow or this kind of things that we have seen during the lecture slides in the lecture here. So SQL injection tools. So in this SQL map is recommended for doing this particular work, especially to identify what are the tables available in this.